and I'm a Grey Wolf, the P shifter or physical shifter. This is my first time ever joining as a panelist, so I might ramble on without making much sense. So I did my best to make it understandable. So this is about how I discovered myself. So I'm gonna try to make it more simplistic, to be understandable, all that sort of things. So I guess it really all began when I was about 6. I would always go through my school's library and try to find the best book to really obsess over, I guess. And I did find it in 3rd grade. So after scrolling through aisle after aisle, I had reached the mythology section of the library. And while I was looking at all the titles, there's this specific werewolf book that really drew me in like no other. It was a deep purple with a werewolf on the cover of it. I had long forgotten the title and I had looked everywhere for the book to no avail. And that book and everything that was in it, it was like a magnetic pull that I could not look away from, that dragged me in and made me feel at ease in a very unfamiliar way at the time. And as I grew older, this, as embarrassing as it is, I started to act more energetic and wild, running around the yard on all fours, chewing and biting on things I wasn't supposed to, like furniture, and also my siblings. I would howl and would make so many random noises, both inside and outside. So I guess the neighbors thought I was crazy. I was so obsessed with werewolves and wolves in general after those couple of years. So when I started middle school, my previous friends and I made a pact and always howled during recess. And I thought it would stay that way. As you know, life happens and you don't always keep the friends as I can. Basically, I joined a server back in 2018, and someone opened my eyes to everything, making me question about what they meant by natural born shifter, because I was like confused. Like, I thought everyone had the calling of the wild that I had, and apparently not everyone did in that server. There's a bunch of Syrians, humans, couple shifters in there, and that stuck with me. And even though I lost my previous account, I didn't really touch up on that anymore. So I made a new one and lurked in that one for a bit until I found other suitable servers. And eventually, I found the servers on Discord. Much more reliable in everything. I was lost for a bit. I mean, think everyone has those moments where you start to doubt yourself, start to question things, feeling as though you're alone when really you're not. You have people that will understand you, will community and acceptance. Oh, I did. Now, I'll be discussing shifting, my experiences with it. I have experienced a total of the 4 stages of shifting: mental, phantom, somatic, and dream. A physical, but it's just a sliver compared to most. And I have been seeing improvement, even if it's slight. A mental shift are common to experience. I have actually lost count of how many times that I have mentally shifted. It's very hard to explain much about it because you don't have much human thought in it. The feeling, though, is always feeling free, feeling like you could do anything. I recently uh, been getting them more often, even though I did say they're common. They feel more often now than they did before. Now, to get with my phantom shift, I started getting them early in my life, around the first time I joined a non-human circle. I would describe that it feels unreal. I could actually feel fur surround me, like be a part of me. I can feel the air touch it and feel it flowing. I could feel my ears, tail, snout, and teeth. I can feel them elongating. I can feel the wetness of my nose. It's the most freeing thing ever. Although I have experienced them less than most, phantom and attempted physical shifts actually consume quite a bit of energy. And even though they leave me relaxed, I do get really tired from them. But if I do practice and meditate more, I have an inkling that it'll be less exhausting. So somatic shifts are actually very new to me as of 2 months ago, or maybe less than that. The first time that it happened was not the best time, meaning that I got it while I was working. So I could only hope that my coworkers didn't notice my odd behavior and body language, because I have a feeling that if they did pay attention to it, they'd probably think it would be unnerving. Very inhuman, so unhuman. So I hope that they didn't think too much about it. Now, for a dream shift, they have to be my absolute favorite because to me, they're the closest thing to physical shift that I'll achieve for this moment that I have. Until, of course, I get my complete shift. which I have a feeling that it feels closer than it did before. Now, dream shifts are more frequent than even mental shifts, as I get them about 3 or 4 of them each month. It could be more than that, it could be less than that, but that's about the average. And in them, I feel so free, energetic. My body feels so natural. I can feel the muscles in my legs, in my tail. I can hear clearly than ever and smell like I never smelled before. I feel invincible, to say the least. And as for, of course, physical shifting, it's still a very much work in progress. Even for a partial shift, I can barely practice alone until I try my best to practice, of course. As I said before, work in progress. My practice has had some improvement. At first, I felt my body slightly stretch and the energy flow through me strong, but now it's changed from that to feeling all my bones tingle. I feel my muscles twitch, and and often afterwards it aches. I can actually feel my tailbone stretch out and lengthen. And my heart, I can actually feel it thud in my chest. You can feel it racing so much, like I ran a marathon. I have been feeling my muscles in my feet tense up, like almost as if they're trying to stretch out than they did before, like they're actively working. And it's amazing. And I feel the energy. We are at the last of the page of my document. What matters most to me? Even though shifting means some a lot to me, as it's my biggest achievement that I want to actually get. I could ramble on and on about my life and such, but what truly matters to me is my community as a whole. People to understand and share similar experiences that connect us, even if we aren't the same species. We'll still be there for each other. And it's hard dealing with this all alone, but you will eventually meet your people, even if it's only one person. It brings a great change to your life that you never knew possible. Before my community, I had no one to connect with. And when I finally did meet those people, it actually felt like everything was getting better. Not only my social life, my mood, but I have an inkling that what's actually helping me the most with my journey is the people that I met. It's as if the people in our lives help boost shifting because it feels like you're talking to the same species when you actually maybe are, maybe aren't. that they understand you. And it feels elating, you could say. And in this community, you'll find, well, me, people of species that you never knew about, and you learning from them, especially if you want to learn from them, is very amazing. I should probably rephrase that as in you'll never you never knew about them until now, and actually so you'll meet people, you learn about them, and it's amazing how different and same we all are. That to me it holds a special place in my heart to know that I have friends that can actually see me than to others that don't. It's relieving and cathartic to experience that. And I believe that all of you can agree that community is quite an impactful thing on our lives. And I guess this is where it ends. Feel free to ask any questions about it, or it sounds better in a document than it does me saying it. It's something that brings me comfort in living space. I'd always have, to be honest, with that, I used to always carry around a wolf necklace. I don't know why, kind of, I don't know why, but it made me feel more comfortable. I also wear a bunch of baggy clothes. Yeah, it kind of does feel like it. Sadly, I don't have anymore. But most of the time, I wear baggy clothes, and I have a good laying area, so I could sleep comfortable. You can choose to be a different species. Or are you glad you're? I am actually very glad I'm a shifter. I don't think I could be any other species, unless it's a surprise being like a deity or something. But no, I'm glad that I'm a shifter. I'll stay a shifter because it's me, and I think I can change anything else besides that. I hope that suits your question, even though it's like me rambling weirdly. Is that all for questions? Do you plan on getting any body mods or tattoos? I am thinking about getting a moon tattoo in the on my nap, back of the neck. As for body mods, I thought about it, but I don't think it would do well with my shifting. Because I'm like, Ooh, fangs would be really cool. But then I'd have to think about shifting. Would it make my fangs weirdly longer? So, besides piercings and a couple tattoos, I have no other plans besides those. Have you ever had a shift caused by large emotions? Hmm. I guess I've had only one that I could recall. It was when I was very excited. It was it was a mental shift. Or it could have also been somatic. As I have said before, sadly, I have uh, not had big partial shifts or like. So, new experiences. Uh, for that, though, I was surrounded by dogs. So, I was literally playing with dogs. Well, they seemed happy that I was playing with them. We just ran around the yard in bushes. It was a fun time, though. I think I was 13. No problem. It's a first for me, so I hope I did well on it. I kind of did throw everything together in a frenzy. I promise my document is much more forward than uh, than I am. Okay, with that uh, being said, I'll step down from the speaker. Oh, aw, thanks, guys.